Did you hear that?
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that's like a new thing. Zoom, the last Zoom update does that when you record now.
Okay. You can hear me all right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're recording. Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. We're back on this bitch.
All right. Hey, episode 10 something. It's the episode we've all been waiting for. We're recapping my most recent trip to New York, and I couldn't do it without my dear friend and comedy comrade, Joey Rinaldi.
Happy to be back on. I'm hoping that's your last trip because I think the next time you come, you'll be moving here.
That's actually a really good point. Like I have some things in the works now to get some stuff done, get up there and do the dang thing finally, man. I'm excited.
Good, good. That's what I'm talking about because the city's fun when you're here.
Dude, okay, so here's the deal. I got to start off by saying this.
You
You've
gotta
now
relax.
you got to relax, bro. All right, so here's the deal. You've entered the 5 Timers Club. This is your 5th episode.
Nice.
That's all you have to say about that.
Can I put that on my resume when I'm
Five-
applying to a job?
5 Timers Club.
Yeah, I went to NYU. I have experience in marketing, and I'm on the Franco's World 5 Timers Club. No, I'm honored to be on it, man. This is awesome. I love coming on this show. I just gave you a shout out on Instagram. I'll give you another shout out later. This is my show, man. I have more fun on this show than on my own podcast.
And honestly, I think a few of my listeners really like you on here too. I know a few of my friends follow you and stuff like that. So you're good to have on here, man. But let's get down to it. So here's the deal.
So you want to talk about El Duque? Is that what I'm hearing?
We're gonna talk about baseball and weird Grateful Dead songs for an hour. So I hope you're in. No,
no, we're not doing that today.
I'm not doing that. But for the dead people listening, Joey's got a tie-dye shirt on and I have my bandana on, and we're ready to rock.
Oh, I was vibing all morning. I sent you like a few songs today. I was just jamming out. I was walking by the water today, rocking my soul. I'm going to Miami tomorrow. I just saw the Knicks live at MSG last night. And so I'm just on one right now. I am on I almost feel as if like in the Matrix, I ate the red pill where like he's like, if you eat this pill, your whole life's going to be like fun and great. And that's the vibe I'm on. Ever since I've been vaccinated, man, I've just been going down this roller coaster of fun thing after fun thing. And it started kind of when you came over because when I first got vaccinated, I got sick for a while.
Yeah.
And the sickness ended right when you came to see me in New York City. So since you visited me, I've just been on this high. And let's recap the start of that high.
We got to recap the story, bro. And you got to relax, bro. You got to relax. All right. So here's the deal. Joey hits me up and he says, hey, man, we got a little thingamaroo in the TV world to shoot and you're on. And I said, okay, I'm on. And so I drive up there. It was a great drive to New York. Had a lot of fun by myself in my car, as I normally do. And, I realized like as soon as I get into Harlem, so I'm driving and I'm in Harlem and I instantly become New York. I instantly become New York. So I'm driving and I'm like, and this like UPS truck just stops and throws on his flashers in like the middle lane. Like, cause he's got to unload like all this stuff. There's nowhere to do it in New York. And I'm in my car and I go, yo, this is mad annoying, bro.
I didn't know that was like a New York thing because I've been saying mad annoying for a mad annoying amount of time.
Yeah. You've been saying mad annoying, mad long, bro.
Mad long, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Your perspective of New York is so funny because like your perspective of what New York is basically like what I grew up with, which is like my mom's from Queens. My dad was a Wall Street city slicker at one point. So like that annoying New York is like what I was used to.
Yeah.
So when I moved to New York and I was like, I'm going to be New York, it was a different vibe. It was like me being like, I want to be like Woody Allen, and just like critiquing people, being like, like very Woody Allen, like, and like, without the dating the young women and stepdaughters thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to ask you though, what is like, so you wanted to be that type of New Yorker. What type of New Yorker do you see me being, or what type do I give you when I'm there?
Well, I've said it 1,000 times. So you come to New York your first time and you got like cowboy boots on, you got like some like short sleeve flannel and some graphic tee. And you're like, dude, can I bring this like Southern vibe all the way to like New York? Like, are people going to call me out? And I'm like, dude, you're overthinking it. You actually are New York right now because you're Bushwick, hipster look, because in Bushwick in the hipster world, they're not trying to be tough guy New York. They're not trying to be like Woody Allen New York. The new New York that they've established is, bro, like let me like wear like this like weird like southern outfit, dude, to make it look like I'm from the Midwest while smoking some like hand rolled cigarette, bro. And like I'm gonna like really like not even like seem like I'm New York, and that's how New York I am. That I don't even need to be New. Like that's the new version of New York.
Yeah.
So when you showed up in your outfit, being like, "Oh God, I'm gonna be all Southern. Are people gonna hate me?" And I'm like, "You are more Brooklyn than you even understood. Like you did not stick out. I stick out more than you stick out."
You fit right in, bro, because whenever you get like walking somewhere, you put the head down and you're just trucking. And not to throw another dead thing out there, but you're trucking. That's you. You walk fast, bro. And me, even though I have these like long, gangly strides and I got my boots on, it sounds like a horse is walking down an alleyway.
Dude, I just love the New York hustle and bustle. I also just love the fact that jaywalking is not a thing. Like multiple times you called me out. You were like, dude, a cop's there. You can't jaywalk. And I'm like, dude,
there was a police officer at the red light in front of us and you just did it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like, I'm watching. I got your back.
All I'm saying is there's a city where there's drug dealers, pimps, whores, fucking bank robbers, man. Well, this is New York City, man. They don't have time for jaywalkers, okay? They're trying to figure out how to stop, like, I don't know, men jerking off on subways. That's more pressing than me jaywalking.
Yo, 30 people did get shot in the city last week, and we were just moving around there.
It's because we were moving so fast, no one had time to shoot us. You know what I mean?
We were everywhere. We were everywhere.
I want to explain also the way you got to New York City, because you didn't really explain it correctly.
I didn't know if I was allowed to.
Oh, let's explain it. It's fine. No one's listening. No one from that thing would be listening to this. If they do, that's a good thing. That means like your podcast got so big that these TV producer people would be listening to it. So it's all good. So basically, I'm chilling at this film studio that's helping me produce some content that I guess I can talk about later. But they're helping me produce this content. I'm talking to one of the producers, and the producer's like, "Hey man, I'm also producing this other thing. It's a TV pilot for this like new show where it's we give degenerate gamblers like $1,000 to bet on sports games, and like we watch them live bet. But we need funny people. Do you know how to bet?" And I know nothing about betting, but I'm like, "Bro, I know how to bet." They go, "But you need to bring like a running mate." I'm like, "Oh, I know a degenerate funny guy." And you're the only guy I thought of. I was like, "Franklin, I know you're in West Virginia. I know you have no plans coming to the city right now, but you have to come to New York City because this is
this weekend."
Yeah, this is the first time your degenerate gamblerness is actually needed, and I need you ASAP.
Bro, and the crazy thing is, because we did that pilot, I'm back in the gambling brain. Like I bought a magazine yesterday. College football starts in like 90 days, and I've already started doing research.
Did I just like?
Yeah. Relapse. Bad.
Wow. And you know what's funny? Like the people producing the show were like, what people don't understand is it's not actually like bad gambling. It's not actually an addiction. It's like, remember that guy was trying to tell us that?
Dude. They're also like, okay, we're absolutely, if I say what I'm about to say, it might hurt us, but like those people are also trying to sell a product. So obviously they don't want us to say like, oh, it's a problem.
But I was like on there being like, oh, this shit's a problem. I'm getting the itch. Like, remember, I was like,
you're live on camera, like saying this. Meanwhile, they're in the room right next to you, just being like, and we're going to move right past that. Like, dude, it was so funny.
Yeah, so you came down to New York City, and we took the city by storm, baby.
So let's start with Friday. We'll do Saturday, and then we'll do Sunday, because Saturday to Sunday, that was like a whole blur. That was so much. That's New York.
That's New York.
That's New York, baby. And yo, you got to relax. All right, so Friday, we get there. We go out to a bar on the
Dylan Murphy's,
and they were all, I don't know if they were Irish or Scottish, but they were really cool there. All really cool people. And I met your brother. And I was like, yo, I got to get something for your brother. I got to get something for your brother. You go, he loves Coke. Get him a Diet Coke or something like that.
No, never diet, dude. Just a regular Coca-Cola.
And then we had a whole debate about table fries and almost got into a screaming match outside in the outside dining area at Dylan Murphy's about table fries and the etiquette of table fries. Go ahead. Say your piece.
You put a French fry on the table for me. And then I pick up the French fry that you said, this is your French fry I'm putting on the table for you. And I pick up that French fry and I go to dip it in the ketchup. And then you got mad that I got table germs in your ketchup. And all I'm saying is, why would you want to give me table germs if you didn't want to give yourself table germs?
Because you don't care about that stuff.
But you knew I was going to use your ketchup.
I didn't know that. I thought you were an aunt's ketchup, your literal blood related relative.
Table fries implies there's table ketchup. I made it a point not to double dip because I know you're a germaphobe.
That's fair.
But the thing is, you can't give me a dirty French fry and then not expect me to use it for your ketchup. So that took that personally, as Michael Jordan would say. I took that personally.
Yeah, took that personal.
Okay.
I ordered fries at the bar, and Aunt Joey's brother also ordered fries at the bar. Now, I was the one who ordered fries, and I said, I will take an order of fries.
For the table.
And you just assumed it was for the table.
With 3 guys at a bar on a Friday night, we're not fucking ordering like individual plates. It's not like you're like, I'm going to go and get the rotisserie chicken and I'm going to get the
group
salad.
Right next to us was ordering wings. Those guys that were Norman fans were ordering wings and stuff.
Wings. Table wings. That's what
no,
I'm saying.
They were not table wings, Joey.
If I went over there and took a drumstick, they'd be like, this guy gets table manners. He gets it. He knows the table wing code.
You're flats all the way and everyone knows it.
How do you know I'm a flat guy? Who told you?
I watched you eat wings on Long Island. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
How would you wait? You were analyzing me,
Joey? It's honestly a curse. Like I can't. I'm being dead serious when I say this. Like I can't stop. Like, have you ever seen like Powers of 10?
No.
It's a 70s movie where they showed us to us in science class in biology in 7th grade. It's called Powers of 10. Or no. I was in actually like 11th grade. And ironically,
you were in 11th grade, but taking a 7th grade class. God,
shut up. So basically, it starts out and it shows people eating, and then every 10 seconds it goes like 10 powers at like 10 out, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out, and then it's like 100, 1,000, whatever, and you're getting out of like planets, galaxies, universe, all that stuff, and then it goes back in. And then it analyzes inside of the food and then cells of the people and goes down to like Earth's mantle or whatever. That is my brain on every scenario. I'm over analyzing to the 10th degree. So you are talking about like, how did you know I eat the wings like that? Because I can't turn it off. I wish I could, but I can't.
Did you notice the other thing I do with my wings? Because if you didn't notice that, you're sleeping.
Do you push down on the thing? Like
no,
you push down on the wing?
I napkin pat down.
Napkin pat down.
Because there's too much sauce.
There's too much sauce. Well, Joey, that was a dry rub.
Still too much sauce.
Okay.
I like, this is the way I like my wings. I like them to be marinated as saucy as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's how they get to that good level of wingness. But then when it's time to eat, I like to take it off. And then people always want to say this bullshit thing. Then why don't get sauce and you get wings on the side so you can put the wings on accordingly? It's like, no. I need the wing, it ought to be sauced up already. Like it's part of the process for me.
Right.
It's like, I need it to get marinated and then the takeoff. That's almost as crucial as the eating.
Right.
But I don't want to make this a wing podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So Friday, and then we have the whole table fries debacle, and then we end up hitting your buddy Sam Wolf, great guy. And we go to his friend's rooftop in Brooklyn.
Co-host of Trailer Trashing Podcast. You got to check it out. We're doing a live podcast in Bushwick Tuesday, June 1st. If you're in Brooklyn, if you're in West Virginia, you want to come out, start driving now. It's a great show.
Start driving now.
Max Spinelli, who's been on the show before, he's going to do stand-up comedy to warm the crowd up.
Troy Bond.
And then Troy Bond, who's also been on your show, is going to be our special guest on the podcast.
I'm so like, I have this weird thing where it's like I'm in the universe of New York comics, but I'm not a New York comic yet. It's really weird.
You're just like you're like a New York comic, not cuck. That's not a good word for
No,
it.
Joey, I have the term.
Here we go.
A New York comic adjacent.
Oh yeah, we were throwing adjacents around a lot.
We kept saying the word. It's a this adjacent. We'll probably have another one. So Friday night, then we go to that rooftop place in Brooklyn. It was really cool. Just hang out with a group of fellas. They were all really nice guys. It was a really relaxed day. Saturday. This is the day. Saturday is like one of the days. Okay.
Wait. I'm kind of offended that you're missing out like one of the most important things that happened on Friday.
What happened?
Dude, did I or did I not cook up the most bomb spaghetti you've ever had in your life?
Oh yeah, it was really good. And also we were talking to women that I was very disappointed in myself for talking to.
Oh, that was not eventful. I'm talking about the spaghetti, dog.
The spaghetti was the spaghetti was really good. If any girls out there like want a guy who can like cook well, Joey literally makes like that's because I normally don't like spaghetti because like here it's egg noodles and ketchup, you know?
Oh, that's disgusting, dude. I made you how do you say it? Aberetta? It's like some spicy.
Don't ask
sauce.
me.
It's good. And I put up my own little special cheese. I put 3 cheeses in there. And if you want to know, it's ricotta, Parmesan, and mozzarella. And you're like, is that too cheesy? No, it's not too cheesy because I just do a touch of all 3. But you don't even notice it unless you're looking for it.
It's good. It's really good, folks. It was really good. And it was even better the next day. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah, I ate it the next day too, but like you already asleep at that point.
Okay, so
like a 3 a.m. snack.
Saturday morning we go get the classic sausage, egg, and cheese. We go shopping. I buy $60 in t-shirts. Joey's walking around H&M like a madman. He's like, yo, that Stone shirt's really cool. Oh, it's women's. I might get it. I don't know though. Joey wants to buy an outfit for the pilot, which I understand.
I have a weird thing, okay? When I am doing something that's out of my comfort zone, I don't know how to gamble. I'm not a gambler, and I now have to go on a sports talk show where I'm talking about gambling and lying about me caring about gambling, which I don't care about whatsoever. When I do something out of my comfort zone, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be out of my comfort zone. And there was another thing that we did that day that was also very out of my comfort zone. And
what we do?
What the fuck do you think we did? Come on.
We'll get there.
So whenever I do anything that's out of my comfort zone, that I'm not talking about out of my comfort zone, like, you know, getting like eating like ants at a Thai restaurant with some friends who like exotic food. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when it's out of my comfort zone for my career. When I'm doing something for my career that's out of my comfort zone, I gotta go to a store. I have to just buy a fresh outfit. By doing that, it's like this is the outfit I chose to get in that mindset. It's like I'm preparing like the fake it till you make it. This is like part of that whole fake it till you make it thing. I buy that outfit and I get all psyched up. And maybe it's crazy, but it works for me and it puts me in a good Zen state. I'm not really a Buddhist person, but I've read some Buddhist
right. You're a Buddhist adjacent.
I'm a Buddhist adjacent. And I think that they talk about is not following like rules of society, but following like what makes like your mental seem right. And that is something that mentally feels right for me.
That's good. That's good that you found that. But before we left to go get sandwiches, we got to talk to your buddy. Are we allowed to talk about him?
I mean, yeah, dog. Fucking the one, the only, my best friend in the whole entire world. Ching Bing.
Ching Bing, bro. Ching Bing is the man. Ching Bing is so cool, bro. Coolest person I've ever met in my life, bro.
He's in Puerto Rico right now, and he FaceTimed me from Puerto Rico. They tell me that I have to relax and that he can hook me up with Puerto Rican stuff in the future.
Yo, you want to come down here and do a gig, man? We got you, bro. You gotta relax.
He personally called me from Puerto Rico just to tell me, yo, while I'm relaxing on this beach, I'm very proud of you. Swear to God, I can't make this up.
Ching Bing, man of honor.
Yeah. I think I'm part of his entourage now. I
think you're a part of his entourage adjacent, you know. But so Ching Bing is like, yo, I got the Ferrari out front, 2:45. I'm out here. I got the Ferrari out front picking us up. Not us up, picking him up.
And I threw the line at him where I'm like, if you're here at 2:46, you're dead to me, Ching Bing.
And he loved that. He loved that line. And
because he was like, you know what? I shouldn't be at 246. I should be out by then.
So Joey, the reason he's talking to Joey about this whole 245 thing is because Ching Bing is a celebrity in New York. And
well, you have to explain that he's also my doorman.
He has like 5 lives, and one of them is doorman, and one of them is New York. I don't know, celebrity.
Can I explain? He's like a local celebrity in like Spanish Harlem, the Bronx, and some parts of Harlem because he is like, I guess, like a rapper, security guard back in the day for like Noriega and for Wyclef John from the Fugees or the Fugees.
Yeah,
and
definitely not the Bee Gees.
Not the Bee Gees, and the Fugees. And I guess like Noriega has a popular show called Drink Champs, and they would have Ching Bing come on sometimes, and he was so funny that they were like, "Yo, we gotta give him his own show called Thugged Out Thursdays." And I have a Thugged Out. I should have worn my Thugged Out Thursday. I have a Thugged Out Thursday T-shirt. Actually,
that's cool. That's cool.
At the end of the pod, I'll get it out. And then he was so funny on Thugged Out Thursdays that he was like, you know what? I gotta have a bigger podcast. And so Noriega just signed him to his new podcast called Smoke Champs, which is the little brother podcast of Noriega's podcast, Drink Champs.
Right.
And Ching Bing was going to the launch party of Smoke Champs. And guess who he invited?
That's for those at home. That's Ching Bing and me and Joey.
Yeah. And he invited Franklin and me to come on down. Well, he invited me to bring ladies, and I did not feel comfortable bringing ladies down there because it's just, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to tell the girls. I'm like, hey, you want to be my bitches? Because that's what he wanted. He wanted me to roll up and be like, yo, this is my boy, and these are my bitches. And like, yep. I don't have that clout yet. I mean, I may never have that clout to just be able to like.
Oh, you'll get there one day. You'll get there.
To have bitches, that's next level.
But anyway, so Ching Bing is telling us, yo, I got the Ferrari out front, 245 picking me up. And 245 rolls around, or 240 rolls around, and Joey and I are on Joey's balcony. Joey's getting ready for his set. He has to do a set at this party that we have to go to for Ching Bing and the unveiling of Smoke Champs, the podcast. And we're listening.
Check out Smoke Champs. Check it out.
Yeah. Ching Bing's really funny. I would check that out. Joey goes, Ching Bing's Ferrari's out front. And then he looks over his balcony. He goes, oh my God. And I go, what? Like, I'm thinking like somebody jumped off the balcony or something like that. He goes, Ching Bing's Ferrari's out front. So we run downstairs, scurry down there like kids on Christmas, and see Ching Bing's Ferrari out front. Ching Bing's got his buddy. And Ching Bing walks out of the back room, just emerges from the back room. I think there were doves, but he had like.
No, we asked them, yo, the Ferrari's here. Where's Ching Bing? And they go, Ching Bing's ain't ready.
Ching Bing is getting ready, and he was ready, dude. He had 5 pounds of gold necklaces on. He was swagged out, and then he gets in a Ferrari, and his buddy's driving a Ferrari. There's a car parked in front of him, just unloading like, I don't know, luggage to like go back into the apartment that we are at. We are at an apartment building. And the guy goes, yo, this car's gotta relax, bro.
But yo, Franklin, I got stuff to tell you, that because like I was talking to him. You weren't talking. I don't know what you were doing, but I think I went down before you. You were like, I got things to do. I gotta take a crap.
I forgot to put deodorant back on. I forgot to reapply.
Oh, you gotta reapply. You gotta reapply. That's not reapplying is not New York. So anyways,
yeah.
I'm downstairs by myself. So this is shit that I've not filled you in on. So I get down there, I dap him up. I'm like, yo, what's up? And he thinks I'm just like some random guy on the street just checking out his Ferrari.
Oh, like, yeah.
And I kind of big leagued him. I was like, no, you don't understand. I'm part of Ching Bing's entourage, dog.
I'm the comic today.
I'm performing. Like I'm getting paid to perform at this venue. And still no respect. Like he was like, this guy fucking sucks. He did not like me at all.
No,
he hated me. But the thing is, then he opened up to me after like being mean to me. He was like, let me open up to this guy. So because Ching Bing is still not out yet. Ching Bing is still getting ready. So that's why it was like so funny. I think he emerged as you came down. So I'm outside posted up with the Ferrari guy. And I'm thinking, this guy's a cool guy. He has a Ferrari. He must have been around the block before. And so I started asking him questions like, yo, how fast is your Ferrari go? And he goes, bro, this is a nice car, dog. I really like this car a lot. I would never go fast with this car because I don't want to do anything to ruin the engine. I go speed limit. I drive safe. I don't cut people off. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, dude. I love this car. And I'm like, okay, well, do you ride it a lot? He goes, oh, no. This car stays in my garage. I actually am really annoyed that I have to drive Ching Bing right now because like I'm not used to driving this car and there's gonna be people who want to take pictures with it. And like I don't want people touching my baby. I'm like, then I'm thinking to myself, do you even get laid because you have this car? And he's like, dude, woman, I don't trust anyone near this car. Not even women. I'm like, dude, you are not understanding the reason to have a Ferrari. And then while all of this, you come down and tell them what happens when you come down.
I come down and Ching Bing emerges and he's like, yo, we got the Ferrari out front, B. And then he's like wearing 10 pounds of jewelry. And and then the guy's like, just a random sedan is like unloading luggage. And the guy's like, yo, this car's gotta relax, bro.
Wait, gotta give backstory now. On Thugged Out Thursdays, Ching Bing's podcast, podcast rather, he had a catchphrase, and his catchphrase on the podcast was, you gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
Yo, Franklin, I love you, dog.
Yo.
You gotta relax.
You gotta relax, baby. All right, so we don't get to take the Ferrari out front, by the way. Joey is all the talent at this venue. He's not in the Ferrari. We have to take an Uber. We split an Uber. It's a van.
Ching Bing's like, you gotta call an Uber same time I leave.
Yeah, and we do. And you know what? We are in a minivan. Ching Bing's in a Ferrari. We get to the venue at the same time as Ching Bing. If there are links out there on the internet, I don't know who to tag. I don't know who to find, but we've seen the videos. Like, so we go to
the real Ching Bing.
I know, but like other people, those other videos.
Gotcha.
So basically, we get to the venue at the same time as Ching Bing. We get out, and then there's like a fake red carpet. Everyone has their camera out at this place in Chinatown. This venue with like, they block out all the windows so nobody can see in. Ton of security out front. And people like have their cameras out and taking pictures. And like Ching Bing is like a red carpet event. He's like a celebrity. And we're like standing on the street and we're like, oh, hey, there's Ching Bing.
Yo, so this is so funny for me because I've actually seen my boy like get bigger because I've been to the Thugged Out Thursday events.
Yeah.
The Thugged Out Thursday events were more low key because like the Thugged Out Thursday events, dude, they would be like in a warehouse in the Bronx or Long Island City. You'd have to like know a guy who knows a guy who even get like a password in the event. And then you walk in and it's this big event where there's like all these drug vendors and pussy pop and twerking ladies.
Yeah, man.
And all this shit. But like you had to like know about it. But like I saw Ching Bing get to like a new level on this with Smoke Champs because I've never seen him be public about it before. This time, literally, if you were walking in Chinatown, it was a spectacle. You knew about it. Like, remember we saw like those like hipster Brooklyn looking dudes, and they were like, "Oh my, this must be some fancy event." Did you hear that?
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah. Well, we got the Ferrari out front. That's why, because you got the Ferrari out front.
I know, but like it was crazy that like it was next level. That like he's now at a point where he doesn't have to be on the outskirts of the Bronx. Now he can be in the front center of Chinatown, right next to where I used to live.
Yeah, and Joey made me go in his college dorm. Like that was like an experience. I would never take you to a West Virginia football game and be like, hold on, we got to go to my freshman dorm real quick. I would never do that.
Well, West Virginia is not New York. That's the thing.
Okay. Anyways.
You did give me the West Virginia magnet, so pretty lit.
I did, yeah. So Joey and I get patted down like aggressively. I've never been patted down like that in my life, even by TSA. And honestly, I respect the guy for doing it, keeping us safe. So great job to the security guard. Joey gets a VIP wristband because he's the performer. However, we haven't developed a story for me yet, who's just Joey's performer friend adjacent. So Joey just says, that's my manager. Joey just points at me with, you don't hesitate, bro. You go, oh, that's my manager. And then they give me the VIP wristband. So we get to go into like the green room. We get to go in these back rooms and all these special places. And like all these Dominican rappers are there. I think they were Dominican rappers. I
don't judge people and stuff like that. Obviously, we're friends. Squanto.
Yeah. Okay. I almost called you Crazy Joe Gallo, but you told me not to do that. But
no, I like Crazy Joe Gallo. I'm saying don't call him crazy. I think he's actually more sane than people give him credit for.
Okay.
Listen to the Bob Dylan song, Joey.
Okay, we gotta finish this story because we gotta get to Sunday at some point. So we're there, and this whole place, like they're rocking music, it's awesome, weed everywhere, and I don't smoke, but we're like, the room is gray with all the smoke that's in there. It was
Yo,
crazy.
Franklin, I gotta give you credit. You were vibing, you were chilling, you were being yourself. I was getting stoned. I got nervous. I got stoned immediately. Like the second we walked in, I wasn't smoking, by the way. You weren't smoking, but there was so much clouds in the air that the room was a hot box.
Yeah.
It literally became a hot box to the point where I know I smoke a lot of weed. I know the feeling of getting high. I felt my eyes getting lowered. I felt myself getting the munchies. I felt the whole thing. And I'm freaking out, being like, yo, Franklin, man, like, we have to shoot a TV pilot edit tonight. I can't be stoned right now. Like, and Franklin's just like, dude, we're vibing, man. It's chill. Like, be high.
Yeah.
Don't be high. We're doing it.
I was like, this music is great. You know, I'm shaking hands with all these people. It's great.
I know it was like the role reverse, like, because I feel like you became me and I became you.
Well, here's the deal, Joey. You had to perform on a flat surface in the middle of a warehouse where they hawk fake Gucci bags. And you had to, like, in a room full of smoke, people just standing with their arms crossed, bumping music. It was not a good comedy environment for you.
Yeah, let me set the scene, okay? So there's this like red carpet event that walks into this warehouse. In the warehouse, every single window, anything that was shedding an outdoor light, was blocked out. They had big black like boards just covering it. So that's the boredom situation. And then in this room, it's just, so you know how at science fairs, or like, you know how book clubs growing up, that like in elementary school, they had all these tables, and on the tables there'd be books, there'd be people behind the book, or like a job fair rather. That's like,
Yeah.
It's set up like a job fair, book fair, but instead of books and job people, it's just drugs, like all the drugs.
It's just drugs, like garbage bags full of weed.
Yeah, and then like, and the thing is, you can't make eye contact with these people, because Franklin, what happened when I made eye contact with one of them? They come at you. They go, yo, we made eye contact. So what are you trying to do? How much you trying to buy? You want to buy in bulk? Yo, you a dealer yourself? I can help you with your business. I'm like, yo, I just smoke. They go, oh, great. You just smoke? Then great. I can get you the Kush, the Dreamy Magic, the Grateful Dead, the Blue Skidoo, and the Asshole Magoo. And I'm like, yo. I'm not trying to buy right now. Oh, they're not trying to buy it. I got free samples. And before I can even say I don't want free samples, they're fucking like putting it in my hands, putting it in my pockets.
You did walk up to one counter, and they had like, it was basically like, you know how kids in the cereal aisle would just react to like what they see on the packaging? You walked up to a literal drug dealer and you go like, I really like your packaging and your branding. And he goes, thanks. And you go, oh, he doesn't want to talk.
Weed businessman, dealer adjacent.
Dealer adjacent. Sorry, that's not real drugs. I redact the drug dealer thing. I'm sorry. I just said it for comedic effect.
Thank you.
I said it for comedic effect. I meant no harm on that.
So I go up to him, I'm like, yo, whoever did the graphics on this, like, is talented. I love your artwork. And he goes, you're gonna buy it or what?
Yeah, he wanted you out of there. So Joey ends up we're actually chilling in the green room, and it was a literal green room, which I like. But all these guys are standing with their arms crossed, and they make Joey do 2 minutes in the green room, and it was what?
Explain what the vibe was before I got asked to do 2 minutes, though.
It was
nobody wanted us there.
Nobody wanted, no, dude. Okay, so we stuck out. Let's fit Joey. I have to say this. Joey and I and the photographer were the only white people in the entire block, which is fine, but it was just funny. Like, I don't care. It's funny. That's a funny thing. Okay. And so Ching Bing is like sweating profusely. He's like, yo, I got to chill out. I got to smoke this blunt to calm down. And then
relax.
I got to relax. I got to smoke this blunt. So I got to relax. And then Joey, he's every like 5 minutes, Ching Bing would come up to you and give you like a whole like businessman special. Like, yo, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk to my boy, cut the music, 5 minutes. You get up there, do your little skit. And he kept changing the time. He kept me like 15, 20 minutes. And he go 5, 10 minutes. And he go 10 to 20 minutes. He kept like giving you different times to perform. And then he's like, all you need to worry about, Joey, is get up there and be the funny white guy. You the funny white guy.
Yeah. Yo, just be white, yo. Like, cause like no one else is white. So you get up and be white, they'll be like, yo, that guy's white. And that's pretty chill. Cause like, you're white.
And then there was pictures of us and Ching Bing, like we were like holding garbage bags full of weed and smiling. And I heard one guy say, yo, these dudes like this stuff. Like you and I are like smiling like idiots holding these bags full of weed. And like, Ching Bing.
Yo, and like nobody understood why we were with Ching
Dude,
Bing.
we were just there and we had VIP bands. That's all they knew.
Yeah, and people would be like, give me the side eye, like, this guy say, you know Ching Bing? You know Ching Bing. And then Ching Bing would validate us and come over and be like, yo, these are my guys.
Yeah, Ching Bing did validate us. I do respect. I love Ching Bing. He's great.
And so tell them, let's do I say we do the pep talk, then the 2 minutes. Because I think I got the pep talk before the 2 minutes.
I don't remember the pep talk where he's just talking about like get up there and be the funny white guy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take over, Franklin.
Please.
We're in the green room, and I'm telling Franklin for like 10, like I'm having a 10-minute conversation with Franklin, being like, Frank.
Do I just tell him the truth that I can't perform? And I'm like, yeah, you got to tell him the truth.
Yeah, because like at this point, this is Ching Bing's happening. This is all happening because of him. This is his event. This is his life. This is his thing.
One of his lives.
And I'm representing him right now. I have a really important thing about representing people. Like if I ever get a job interview because a friend of mine recommended me,
absolutely.
I'm not there being Joey Rinaldi getting a job. I'm being the Joey Rinaldi, the guy who got recommended. So I'm representing me and the guy. Like if Franklin books me on a comedy show, Franklin puts me on a podcast, I have to be good because not just for myself, but because Franklin's also putting, you know what I mean? I have this whole thing about like, I gotta not just do right by me, but I gotta do right by the people putting me in the situation. So now that I'm being put in this situation by Ching Bing, I'm like, I gotta do right by Ching. And I realize in this moment that I'm not going to be able to do right by anybody because this is not an environment that wants comedy. Nobody wants to like stop the music while people are smoking weed, jamming their head to rap music, making business deals and watching sexy girls twerk. Like in that environment, the last thing you want is to beep, have the record stop. So I can be like, hey guys, I got some jokes. Isn't dating during the pandemic crazy? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody like, and the thing is, stand-up comedy very much is a language, okay? And there's a rhythm to it. And nobody wants to hear a language they're not expecting for or like ready for or like even understanding. And like I was speaking a different language to them. I was speaking a different, the rhythm of comedy did not exist in this realm, stand-up comedy, that is. There was a lot of funny shit happening, and so I realized this and I go up to Ching Bing and I tell Ching, I go, hey man, I don't want to make you look bad. I appreciate you wanting me to be here. I love being here. I'm gonna party here. Thanks for having me. But you don't want me doing my thing here. It'll make the party bad. Did we just freeze?
No. That's my face.
It'll make the party bad.
We just freeze.
And if you say that like I'm your guy, then I'm gonna make you look bad. And this is your day. I don't want to make you look bad. And Ching Bing, this is why I realized he's one of the real ones. He's one of the fucking real ones. Because he just looked at me, Franklin, and was just like, yo, this is my event. This is my happening. This is all happening because of me. And guess what? If you go up there and bomb and nobody likes you, then fuck them because this is my thing. I want you there. And it's all about me today. And is what I want. Fuck what they want. So if you get up there and suck, don't worry about it. But if you want to do good, my only advice for you, go up there and be the funny white guy.
And honestly, that is pretty good. That was pretty good advice by him.
It was pretty good advice. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, I guess I have his blessing to be bad. I didn't want to be bad. I really wanted to be good. But the thing is, I was doomed to fail. Yeah. And then as I'm now getting ready to like, okay, whatever happens, I'm doing this. He goes, but let me vet you for a second. I'm like, wait, what? I thought we were all going to go. No. I still need to vet you. I'm like, okay, what do you want? He goes, right now, to everyone in the green room. So this is the VIP. These are the people I presume are going to be the rappers. Oh, remember? Two of the guys in there were like hardcore drug dealers. And I was like, oh, why are you guys here? You guys also artists? They were like, no, we push. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. I was like, what? They go, push, man. I'm like, oh, is that the name of your rap duo? You guys are the pushers? And they go, no. We're drug dealers, man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Those guys were nice, though. They were nice guys.
The niceness factor is how I want to end all this because we have to talk about all the nice people we met.
They were really nice. We also have another day and a half to we have not gotten off Ching Bing. We have another day and a half to recap.
So long story short, Franklin, they make me do 2 minutes of comedy
in the green room with everybody arms crossed. Everybody's arms crossed.
And these guys are mean. They're mean looking dudes. Not like mean, like I'm saying, like they're actually mean, but like if you just saw them walking the street, be like, oh, that's a mean motherfucker. So now
it's like all the people you wouldn't mess with.
Take over, Franklin, because I want to hear your perspective of what I did. Because my perspective is too much. So
He told a joke and it got laughs, and then they started saying like, "Yo, that was funny. Don't tell that same stuff on stage."
But
They said, "Don't be saying that stuff."
What was my composure like in the green room?
Yo, you muscled up, and you did it, bro. You did it. You muscled up and you did it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you just powered through, and you're like, "Here's one of my jokes. It has worked a lot. I'm just gonna do it." And I like that. And then we got on stage, and Ching being introduced to you as a really rich white guy, and I don't think the crowd liked that. And then the biggest reaction you got was, "Let's give it up for weed."
How many times did I give it up for weed? I think I broke the record of bringing up for weed, because this was my whole strategy. Bring it up for weed. Tell a joke. Silence. I know that joke bomb, but you know what is the bomb? Weed. Okay. I got applause break again. Tell a new joke. That joke bomb. And I'm like, hey guys, I know that joke sucked, but later I want to suck down some weed. Yeah, and literally, you're
like, we're in New York. Let's get a yurt.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I basically survived my set by getting the crowd pumped about being from New York, smoking weed, and the fact that we all love Ching Bing. Those three things.
Joey was supposed to do 10 minutes. He did 3.
It was 3.5. Dick.
And then immediately after the set, all those, there was a couple people that were really nice. Though I forgot the one lady's name, but she was really nice.
That's my girl.
And then we're out front. Everybody's getting pics with the Ferrari. Not us though. We thought about it. We should have, but we didn't.
Shut up. We should have for the memory.
And then then we take the path. We get to Jersey. We talked about the pilot, the sports gambling pilot, and I don't know how much we can talk about, but it was good. But Joey and I did really well, and they liked us a lot. I can assure you that much. And then I want to get into this part of the night. This is my favorite part of the night, because not to make my parents upset, and I hope they're not listening to this episode. What?
Eve Laura, that's my girl. Eve Laura.
Eve Laura.
Shout out to Eve Laura.
I don't want to upset my parents too much, but I think I met God Saturday night. And God is an Uber driver in Jersey City.
Wait a second. Before we get to God, I know you just said it, but I want to say my piece about everybody we met.
Okay.
Even though I was out of my element comedically, nobody gave a shit. And
No.
everybody there was so sweet. We met nothing but the nicest people. They all followed me on Instagram. They all, like, even like two or three different people individually come up to me like, yeah, what you did, not cool here, but like, I can picture a different environment with nicer people in a different world. And like, it could work. Like people understood.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
I follow a couple of those guys too.
People understood that like what I was doing has relevance anywhere else.
absolutely, Joey. And that's smart of you to acknowledge that.
Because I don't want them to hear this and be like, oh, they hate us. No, we love them. And
no, they were awesome. I had so much fun.
They were honestly, they were fucking awesome. But no,
and that's not even my environment. Like, I don't smoke weed at all, but that place was fun.
But they were not as awesome as God. And now I want to get into God, because this guy was unreal. So
like we get into the Uber. This guy's bumping like 2 Chainz or something like that. Did he say he was Indian and Trinidadian or just Trinidadian?
He was Trinidadian, but there's people I think there's people from India that like migrated to Trinidad a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Well, he was whatever that is. And dude, he was so cool, man. And he wore these fingerless gloves like Rocky. And he just like kept telling us about like, he's like, this is my car. I got my CLT license.
What was the license called again?
I think it was, I don't know, a CRT or something.
Yeah, he was like, not every Uber driver has this, but I got it. I got certified. Like, it was like, it's like a next level of like the Uber.
It means he's like, if you don't have this license, it's your car as the passenger. But no, now it's my car. We listen to what I want to listen to on the radio.
But he also went on a long speech about how even though I get this like awesome certification, I can have any job I want. I could be a waiter. I could like he was like, I can do all these different jobs.
Yeah, he's like, I work at the courthouse, but also I'm God.
Yeah. He's like, I have a day job. I work at the courthouse. I do notaries. I'm a notarizer. But the thing is,
he goes, I stay out till 4 a.m. in New York City driving Uber.
Yeah. And so I do that. And the reason why I do that is because I like providing a service. And if you're in my car, you're getting a service. And you should, if you want to lower the music, I have to lower the music. If you want me to roll the windows up, I'll roll the windows up. I want you to do a service. Any Uber driver that tells you differently isn't doing his job. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
and then we were like, dude, appreciate you, love you. We're low maintenance. It's okay. You don't have to walk on eggshells for us, baby.
No, he's like, no, but the reciprocity of gratitude. If we're a good person, we put good things in the universe, we get good things out. And I'm just like, this guy has some sort of, he's God adjacent.
And then like we like weirdly went on a philosophical conversation with him, but it wasn't like one of those like deep introspective conversations where you're like going into it. It would just be like more like we're sitting in the back seat minding our own business, and Franklin would say something like every like it would be like 5 minutes later after a silence, Franklin would be like, "Oh, there's a nice part of New York," and he'd be like, "It is a nice part of New York, and it's also a nice part of the night to be mindful and forgiving." Silence. Yeah. Silence.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like 5 minutes later, "Hey man, I like this song." He goes, "Yeah, and this song brings me back to a peaceful place in my youth. And you also remind me of someone from my youth. And we all connected." And then suddenly, you know what I mean? It was like
silence, bro. But it wasn't a creepy thing. It was like warm and inviting. And I don't know. People say like before they die, they get an overwhelming sense of peace. And I think I got a hint of that in the back of an Uber.
And you know what's funny? I didn't tell you this piece of the story. This is why I think like he's like not real.
Dude, he's not. We turned our okay. So we got out of the car. He rolled his window down and he waved like this, like Princess Diana. He waved like that. Goodbye. Okay. And I guarantee you, we turned our back to go into the train station. I guarantee you, he drove off and his car went poof, disappeared because he descended from heaven to drive Uber. And then he went back. He ascended.
So I have a different approach. I actually believe in Greek mythology a little bit. And I think I don't know which god, but I think he's a Greek god that came down in the form of an Uber driver to test humans and to see what humans are like. And it's a very common thing Greek gods would do. And he was coming down to be like, let me be this weird guy blasting ASAP, blasting 2 Chainz while also talking about weird philosophical shit. And
Trinidadian authors.
Yeah. Oh, we did talk about CS. Wait, why am I forgetting his
Don't
name?
ask me.
Nepal. I don't know why I always forget his but anyways, we're talking about Nepal, we're talking about Miguel Street, we're talking about other things that this author's written, and he's like, I'm testing them and I'm seeing their boundaries, and based on how they respond, I can give them good or bad karma. And I think we passed. I think we did too. And I think the better we talk about them, like I have not, that's one thing that's like stuck out in my mind. I have not stopped talking about like how like just the weird energy in there. Like that was the most genuinely kind person in the world. And there's 2 things that make him so not real, because he did something that was very un-Uber like. I told him, hey man, wait. There's so much stuff that's un-Uber like. I ride Uber a lot. I've had the beta of Uber back like in 2010. That's how far I've been in the Uber train. I know Uber. Right. And I know that you can change a trip on Uber. I've done it the other day. I know how to change trips. I don't want to brag, but I know how to change an Uber trip mid-ride. And mid-ride, Franklin and I were like, we have to fucking get to Brooklyn. So I was like, oh, let me change the ride to Union Square so we can catch the L train to Brooklyn. Okay, very simple thing. There's nothing to change the app. That's true. Which is weird because I know how to use this app. It just wasn't there. So then I tell him, I go, hey man, we need to change the app. And he goes, why? Where are you trying to go? And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to get to either like the J train or the L train, because I'm trying to get into Brooklyn right now because I want to change my ride. He goes, want me to drive you to Brooklyn? I'm like, no, don't drive us to Brooklyn. But what if we would have driven to Brooklyn, bro? And I was like, I would like to get to the L train. And he goes, well, where do you want to go? I'm like, well, I want to get to Bushwick. I know there's an L train version, a J train version. And that's when he stops the car and goes, don't take the L. The J train's right here. He stopped the car and the J train appeared, right? Oh my God, you're right. We were right there at the station. We were there. He was like, stop right here. Get on. And remember he said, I normally would drive down to that J train, But today that service isn't running. So I'm dropping you off
How
here.
did he know everything?
He knew everything, baby. He knew everything. And then
Dude.
this is the crazy part, because we were in such a rush. I normally go on my phone and I give a 5-star tip. I get 5 stars and I give them a little tip.
Right.
But because we were in such a rush, I didn't look at my phone. We just got on the J train, went to Sam's party. And that morning I was like, you know what? I got to go on the Uber app, give my boy 5 stars and give him a tip. Nothing. We shared that ride. Go and tell me if you can find that motherfucker. I can't find him in past
I don't think we
trips, dog.
shared it. No. I think
Did
it
we
was
not
all you.
share
It was
Then,
all you.
dude, he's not in past trips, dog. I looked.
Dude, are you joking me? Are you kidding me? You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that before.
I was waiting for the pod to tell you this.
Dude, we met a Greek god. That guy
What?
does not exist on Earth.
There's a lot. I have what? So I
Oh
want
my
this.
God, bro.
I want this to all to be true, but there is one logical reason why he didn't pop up. The logical reason could be this. He kept on saying that I have a special badge with Uber and that I don't work for Uber. I work for my license company, and the license company is allowed to use Uber. So I'm thinking.
No, I like your story better.
Well, I just want to, I'm trying to understand why we couldn't, and I think maybe that's why we couldn't change the trip, but the whole thing's kooky. Also, I don't even know if that licensing company is real. What I never heard of a third party licensing company that
I swear it was like CLT or CRT.
I got my CDC, whatever he was saying.
Yeah.
He kept on saying it. He was like, I just got it, baby. I just got it.
Dude. What if he just got like his license? Then that's a license from like the heavens, and he just got his license to walk around on Earth.
Do you think he got his wings that day, like in It's a Wonderful Life?
I just want to know what's going to happen to us.
Probably. Well, you know what? I think.
Do you think we're permanently blessed by that Greek god?
Well, no, he gave us a blessed day Sunday. I think that's why we had such a blessed day on Sunday.
Okay, so we got to finish out Saturday night. Are we done talking about the Greek god?
Yeah,
All
sure.
All right. So we get on the train and we go to this rooftop party in Brooklyn, and it was
First party since I got vaccinated.
And I'm backed up. Joey's backed up. Had a lot of fun. People were lighting off fireworks. There was like DJ equipment, and we danced our little hearts out with you, me, Sam, and 2 of Sam's friends.
Two dudes I have not seen since like 8th or 7th grade.
And we danced our hearts out till 4:30 in the morning on a rooftop in Brooklyn. We started seeing like blue in the sky, like the sun was kind of starting to rise. It was so much fun. Every now and again, Sam and I would get behind the DJ equipment and act like we were spinning knobs, but we weren't touching them at all. We'd just be like acting like we were DJing the party and stuff like that. Bro, it was so good. Joey ended up getting a ticket to Miami. His brother called him and he goes, yo, I got you a ticket to Miami. Joey stops the party and he goes, I'm going to Miami. And then crickets. Nobody cared.
I said it as if I was like the first overall draft pick.
Like you got signed by the Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm going to Miami. And I wanted like that draft day. Like my mom, my family all comes and hugs me and goes, I can't believe you got drafted by the Dolphins. And but it was
nobody cared.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never danced like that. Dude, they were just playing that EDM house, like fashion music, and it was so groovy, bro. It was so much fun.
And I was doing my thing. Like I was making up my own dances and shit. I was vibing. Nobody was vibing with me, but I was vibing with the music. And that's
tell the audience about that girl that you were talking to that basically had you run down the friend group. You were talking to that girl, and then she went up to, I think, Dan.
Oh shit! I vaguely remember this. Where like this girl comes up to me and she starts dancing with me, and like we're vibing. I'm like, wow, this girl's dancing with me. She's dancing with me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, so like, who you here with? And I'm like, oh, I'm with this guy. I'm with this guy. And she goes, okay, so that friend of yours is named Sam. I'm not Sam, like Dan. I'm like, yeah. She goes, great. I needed that. Thanks. And just runs up and goes, hey Dan. I'm like, she was vetting me. She was using me to get to Dan.
No, you talked about me, and then you talked about Sam, and then you talked about Dan, and you said we're the most vague about Dan.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, yeah. All right, that's what. All right, sorry. I was unlike you. I was drunk, and I want to circle back to this in 1 second, but I will say I was so drunk that night because I was like playing Fortnite at this party because there was no bodegas open. For some reason, we couldn't find a single bodega to buy beer at because we wanted to bring our own like 6-pack of beer so we can get drink and whatnot. And no bodega. So we were like, let's just see if there's booze there. We get there. Sam's like, there's no booze. All we have is this like this handle
schnapps
of
or whatever.
peppermint schnapps. And my co-host Sam of Trailer Dredging Podcast, go check out Trailer Dredging. Sam just has a solo cup in this handle. And so me and Sam, like, just like lovers on a cute little like romantic evening, we're just sharing this fucking solo cup of peppermint schnapps the whole fucking night. So romantic, so cute. But then I was like, something's got to give. I'm not just gonna drink peppermint. There's no chaser. It's just peppermint schnapps. I was like, I'm not gonna just do this. I gotta look for something else. And so I felt like I was playing Fortnite. You know, in Fortnite, you like raid through houses and steal shit and get guns.
Yeah.
So I'm like in Fortnite mode. I'm like,
meanwhile, it's just a rooftop in Brooklyn, not a lot of room, packed.
Yeah. So I'm walking around. Sure enough, I find a 12-pack unopened White Claw. I think it was open. I think there's like 8 left.
Yeah,
from the 12-pack.
Those were confiscated.
So I was like, let's all take one because let's not be dicks. Let's not take all of them. So we take 3. Half hour goes by, maybe. I'm like, let me see if it's still there. Still there. And then at that point, I'm like, fuck it, it's ours now.
Yeah, dude, you found like one of those golden chests in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did, baby. And it was crazy. And like, I don't even like White Claw. I hate White Claw. I actually don't drink hard liquor like that. I normally just drink Pinot Grigio or Budweiser. That's it for me.
Yeah.
But this night, I was like peppermint schnapps, White Claw. I think I did a line of Purell earlier.
Yeah,
I was
it
going
was crazy, bro.
It was wild. And
but Joey's so there was a ton of gorgeous women there, and you couldn't see them because it was black outside.
Yeah, there was no lights.
No lights. Not even like a little hint of like those classic Christmas lights that they always have in like rooftops or whatever. But I digress. So Joey's talking to this girl, and this girl makes Joey give a rundown of his friend group. He talks about me, comic, and I guess like I'm a quote unquote actor now. He's like, he's a comic actor. He comes up here and
I was telling everybody, I was like, yo, my buddy's this really funny comedian and podcaster from West Virginia. And he actually just flew into the city today because he's acting this new pilot that we're both in.
Yeah.
You know, trying to gas you up.
Pump me up. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, my buddy Sam. Sam's the man. He's a co-host on my podcast. He's also a really great drummer for this new band. He's opened for Foster the People before. Like, this guy is the man. You got to check out his band. And she's like, oh, who else are you here with? And I'm like, oh, I met this other guy, Dan. I went to middle school with him. Haven't seen him since middle school, but like, he's a good time. He goes, good. And then she just runs up to Dan. And I'm like,
yeah.
What about the actor and the drummer? They're pretty cool.
Wanted nothing to do with us, baby.
Yeah, it's because I think I showed too many cards with you guys.
Yeah, I think so. But then after the party, it's the after party. And the after party for Joey is go back to the Upper East Side and go to a bodega where I speak Arabic to his Egyptian friend. And you had your first chopped cheese, which I could only he goes, dude, he didn't even say, he goes, you want choppy cheese? He says, you want choppy cheese? And
then I'm so shit-faced. I'm like, I'm trying to like do like my due diligence as the host of New York City, Franklin. Right. And I'm like, you know what? I'm in my deli. Let me give Franklin a tour of the deli. And I'm really giving him a thorough tour of like, this is where they keep the bagels. This is where they keep the hard rolls. This is where they make the coffee. And as I'm giving him this tour, Franklin just like shuts me and goes, dude, it's a fucking deli. I get it.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're just like, you kept saying, this is the macaroni salad. It's pretty good. You don't want that. That's the mozzarella and tomatoes. You do want that. I don't really trust the pre-made burritos. I get one fresh made. And I'm like, I know what food is. It's like it's like, dude, you're talking to me like I'm Encino, man. Like I've been frozen for 50 years and then I come out. Well, you got to relax, bro.
Yo, I was so drunk. And I'm just like, I come to this deli a lot. I want Franklin to know everything about this deli. Yeah. That was I had a mission, I feel like. And the craziest thing is that chopped cheese is not what I always order. I was telling Franklin this. I sometimes get a turkey sandwich. I sometimes get a Philly cheesesteak. I sometimes get chicken parm. I sometimes get a bagel cream cheese, egg sandwich, omelet, the whole, like anything.
But he knew. You want choppy cheese?
You know.
So after that, we go and devour that in Joey's apartment.
Ants up.
Aunt is, by the way, Aunt stays up till we get home. And honestly, that's like, I don't have a brother, but Aunt's my brother now too also.
He loves you. We were talking about you last night. Big fan of you.
We'll talk about that after because I'm curious.
You're not bi curious. You're ant curious.
I'm ant curious. I'm a curious. And so the next day, Joey, like we get up. Oh my god, it is. We don't go to sleep till 5. We don't go to sleep till 5:30 in the morning. 8:30 rolls around in the morning. Joey is slamming trash for some reason. I don't know what you're doing. Like you were just like
man. Ant, my brother Ant just likes to get the garbage stockpile up. So when I woke up, take a piss in the middle of the night. Well, in this case, 8 a.m., which is middle of the night for me. I'm like, dude, the apartment. I don't know how Franklin was sleeping on the couch. I don't know how you didn't smell it. The apartment.
It smelled bad in the kitchen. I didn't smell it in the living room.
It reeked, dude. No, it reeked. So I was like,
dude, you were just 8:30 in the morning, bro. And then you get a phone call from Ching freaking Bing at 9 a.m. You get a phone call from Ching Bing at 9 a.m. And you talk to him and you go, yo, my homie Franklin would have gotten a tattoo of you if he loved you, bro. And then you walk over to me. I am trying to get a moment of sleep. And you just keep asking me a question nonstop. And I go, Joey, can I please have a moment? Can I have 1 hour of peace and tranquility? And then you can ask me anything you want. I was like talking to a child. I said, what? I said this verbatim. Did I not say peace and tranquility for 1 hour?
But the funniest thing about it was, in Franklin's mind, 5 seconds later, I come up to him. I start asking him questions again. And Franklin's like, dude, I literally just asked you, give me 1 hour. And I'm like, dude, it's been like an hour and a half. What's wrong with you? Like,
I was out.
I gave it to you, and you didn't believe me. You were like, it's an hour and a half to not go by, dude. You're lying. I'm like, I gave it to you.
You did give it to me, bro. And then I had to check my phone, and I was like, all right, I apologize.
There's no trust. No trust.
But the whole day is planned around. And Joey actually got this, I guess, middle of the night Saturday. He's like, yo, we're going to go on Long Island and we're going to watch a Grateful Dead cover band. Tribute band. And you know what? Those guys ripped it up, bro. So Saturday rolls around. We're planning this whole thing. We don't have to get into a whole family debacle. That happened. We don't have to get into that.
No. But long story short, I haven't seen a live concert, and that was barely a concert. I don't know if we can call that a concert, but I have not seen live music.
That's live music. That's live music.
I have not seen live music in a very long time.
Correct.
And I did something that I'm embarrassed about. I got blackout drunk. I got so drunk where I was like not waking up. What's the word? Coming to? What's the word?
Yeah, coming to.
But like, I'd be doing something, and whoever I was next to, I'd have to ask them, can you remind me what happened the past like hour? And I haven't done that since like
college.
And the only way I can explain the way I was feeling that night is in college. I went through a phase where we were drinking like, honestly, Tuesday through Saturday. It was like only Sunday and Monday were the only two. I take that back because we there was a Monday part. I was basically drinking 6 days a week. I was basically drinking 6 days a week, and in this middle of this like bender I was having for like 3 long months, I got mono. And I don't know if you know about mono. You can't drink on mono. Like alcohol can kill you.
Right, because your liver's inflamed. Right.
Exactly. So I literally have to like stop drinking for like a month and a half.
Wow.
And I remember the first day my doctor cleared me to go back to drinking. I went to one of the craziest parties. It was called the Wild Wild West party. It was the Wild Wild West Wednesday party. Okay.
Nice.
So it was a Wednesday night. And, I didn't think anything of it. All I thought was like, oh, I can drink again. And so I went through that drinking thing that I was doing all college. And next thing I know, I'm coming out of a blackout to all my friends being like, forcing me to go to bed. I'm like, what? Why are you guys fighting me? I thought we were at a party. They're like, dude, you were a mess tonight. And the thing is, it's because since I had that month and a half of not drinking,
I
went back to drinking the way I was drinking before, not realizing that I couldn't handle it.
Right.
And because of the lockdown, the pandemic lockdown, and not going to live music shows, I think at that show, it was that mono thing all over again. I was treating it like, oh, I'm seeing live music. I can get a little loose tonight.
Right.
And the thing is, I had to pay. I didn't pace myself. I didn't prepare for it. And so I was like not knowing where I was. And it was honestly a lot of fun.
Dude. So we go to this we meet up with a comic, Travis. Great guy.
My man.
And Joey and we get off the train in Jamaica, right? And then we get we get off the train to Jamaica, and that was fun. And then we get back on the Long Island Railroad, right? We take that to the end of the line. We go all the way to Long Beach, which is an ex's hometown. So I love that. I love that. That I got that going on. No, but it actually was a pretty nice place. And then we go to a place called Pop Seafood, and I had mussels for the first time. I had never had a mussel before.
I've never had mussels like one time before, but yeah, the mussels were good. We were muscling down.
The mussels were great.
The wings were great.
The wings were great. The table wings were great. And then we get to this Grateful Dead cover band, bro. And there's no entry, but the retaining wall on the outside is so low that we just sit on the retaining wall for 10 minutes, and then we just walk in. We're like, oh well, I guess we're in here now.
And the thing is, I wasn't even trying to be subtle about it, because the second we slept over, I was in the middle of the dance floor. I was a spectacle almost.
Oh yeah, bro.
I know. Were we all a spectacle, or just me?
No, we all were, because our whole crew was into the Dead. Some more than others. Oh, I got a phone number from this 62-year-old woman named Karen, and she gave me like 7 live show recommendations. I've already listened to 2 of them, Karen, if you're listening. And
shout out to Karen.
She gave me her number. I have it saved under like Karen Deadhead or Karen Grateful Dead. And I said, I'm not going to text you for months. You're going to get a text from me on August 13th for the City Field show, and I will see you at City Field.
Dude, shout out to Karen.
I love Long Island women. That one girl kissed me. I put it on my Instagram story because I was an idiot. I got lost on the beach. I was in the ocean at one point. I love Long Island women. She goes, I'm Jewish and Italian, and I'm from Long Island. I said, I'm in love with you.
So Karen, they get a bad rap because everyone's like, fuck Karens. Karens are the shittiest white people ever. This Karen was a Karen above the rest. She was something to remember by.
Yeah. And then there's video evidence of Joey dancing around like a fool. I put that on my Instagram. We're trying to take Instagram pics, and I forget to smile because I'm hanging on for dear life. It was so funny, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And we lost Joey. We got to admit it. We lost Joey for a little bit. Joey was lost, but we found him.
Key Foods.
Key Foods. Yeah. You're like, I'm by the Key Foods. Oh, bro. And then you also like forced us to go to Waffle Barn or something like that.
Waffle Cabin.
Shout
out to Waffle Cabin. All right. This was honestly the most intense thing I've ever experienced in my life. I've been skiing my whole life. And Waffle Cabin, once upon a time, was only at like 1 or 2 mountains, and then it came to 4 mountains, then 5 mountains. But it's primarily, I don't want to say primarily. It's only a ski mountain thing. You can only get Waffle Cabin waffles at ski mountains.
Right. And we got it on Long Beach, Long Island.
And I fucking interrogate this guy. I didn't believe him. I thought he was using the same name and logo. I thought this guy was a big fat fucking phony. And so I went up there and I was like, give me the whole story, bro. Tell me everything. And sure enough, everything checked out. First ever non-ski mountain waffle.
I asked some locals, and apparently they have a food truck on the beach during summer. So we're gonna have to go back to Long Beach.
Well, we will, to see whatever that band was called, the Half Step
Trio. Bro, they did rock it. They played a great rendition of Franklin's Tower. They had a good Shakedown Street, and they had Down the Road Feeling Bad. That was really good.
That was the best. Down the road feeling bad.
They did. It was really good.
I don't want to be treated this old way. Down.
It was so funny, bro. So Joey's inside, like, I don't know what you were doing inside, but they start playing Franklin's Tower, and I see you sprint from the bar to the outside, and you come up to me and you're like, ah!
It's your song.
I know, bro. But man, Long Island was awesome. I don't remember. I mean, those guys were really cool. I only remember a couple of them. And
get Travis on the pod.
I will get Travis. I told him I'll get him on the pod. Yeah, I will. And what was your favorite thing of Long Island? What did you like the most while we were there? Because that part, I mean, that was like a whole day, but honestly, that day was like a blur. The Long Island day was a blur. We got a few minutes here before we gotta let you go.
I think I'm trying to remember. I think they played a dire wolf. Did they play I think they played a dire wolf that night. I think that was my favorite part. Yeah.
I kept playing Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah, it was the day before Bob Dylan's 80th birthday. Right. Yeah, I was. They played a dire wolf, and I was really vibing with the dire wolf. And so
yeah,
that was that in the Waffle Cabin.
The Waffle Cabin looked good. I had one bite. You let me have a bite. That was nice of you. And
I had to.
And then man, just like I dug like a 4-foot hole on the beach. It was crazy. And nobody else wanted to get in the water. I got in the water.
You got in the water. That was intense.
It was freezing cold, bro. Freezing. But yeah, man, we just like, I can totally see myself being like a 60-year-old guy on Long Island, just vibing out to a Grateful Dead cover band in like my backyard or something like that, just having fun. That's my life now. I want to do nothing but travel around with the Grateful Dead and sell beads at Shakedown Street.
Not the selling beads, but the chilling on your back. That's me on my balcony every day. I'm just always on my balcony listening to the great music.
Dude, the weather's getting nice up there, man. I'm really gonna be bummed out if I don't get to move up there and vibe out and enjoy that nice weather with you. So thank you for always being a great friend and inviting me up there and stuff like that, man.
I hope everyone enjoyed this epic. It was less of a podcast and more of an oral history of a crazy weekend.
Yeah, it was a podcast adjacent.
Podcast adjacent. Well, thanks for having me on, buddy. And I'll probably talk to you later today.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks again. And remember to check out all of Joey's stuff, the Joey Rinaldi, trailer trashing, all that stuff. He's got some funny TV things in the works. Oh yeah.
And if you're in New York City, I can't stress this enough. I have so many comedy shows coming up that I'm personally producing. I got a storytelling show coming up. I got a live trailer trashing podcast, and I got, classic traditional stand-up comedy shows. So if you listen to this podcast and you live anywhere near New York City, go on my Instagram, click my link tree. It's the link in my bio, and you can get tickets to shows. And honestly, if there's a show you want to see, DM me. I have comp tickets. If you listen to Franco's World, I'll give you a comp ticket.
Use promo code Franco.
I know, just DM me, baby.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Remember to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Franco's World _ subscribe to the show. Tell your friends about it so it can grow, all that stuff. I love New York. I love, where were we at? Brooklyn. I love Jersey City. I love Long Island. I love it all. I love the whole tri-state area. And I love you for listening. Thank you very much. Have a great day.